Do you want to know why this represents why you can use magic for good or for evil? Because they are subjective terms. Do you want to know why this spinning represents that? Well, let me tell you. I've done a lot of rounds of breath work on this fidget spinner. You'll know what I'm talking about if you subscribe to my channel. And basically, if you take the fidget spinner, I gotta turn to the side. If you blow on it and it spins, it will spin counterclockwise. If you blow on it from the bottom, if you blow on it from the top, it will spin counterclockwise, blowing on it from the top or the bottom. Now, if I do the other side, so instead of it will spin clockwise, spinning on it, blowing on it top or bottom. It's the same thing. When it is when you put intention into it, which is blowing on this spinner, it makes a result, which means it's going to spin whatever way you want it. Okay? Whether you're on the top or the bottom, doesn't matter if you're an evil person, doesn't matter if you're a good person. And if you're an evil person, it doesn't matter if you have good intentions, doesn't matter if you have bad intentions. It's all the same. Because of the spinner. It's all the same thing. Good and evil are subjective. That being said, this is going to be a let's talk about stuff video where I just talk about a bunch of random shit. Basically, do you have insomnia? Well, a good solution would be to take chamomile. If you take too much chamomile, it'll keep you awake. So if you take chamomile, alright, and you take enough, you take a mason jar full of like nicely, goodly, strongly brewed chamomile, you're going to go to sleep. But if you have 2 mason jars of goodly, nicely brewed chamomile, you're not going to go to sleep. You'll be stressed out. It causes like anxiety. And I don't know why that is. I've simply observed it happening. But the case is also that another good sleep aid is cloves, because they have eugenol, and eugenol seriously relaxes you. So if you just take a handful of whole cloves, not really a handful, but like a palmful of whole cloves, it's going to chill you out, and it's going to help you sleep. And it's going to give you vivid dreams as well, the cloves will. And, yeah. Oh, yeah. And let me tell you about dual... Hang on. Let me tell you about dual time. If I pay attention to and spin the aspect of that which is, the being that is, if I spin it to this direction, then it spins in that direction. And if I stop it, it stops. And if I blow it back, it blows back. But guess what? Everyone is going like bam, 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 because this other side, they say, it's blocked by my fingers. I cannot spin this. And you can't. Guess what? Now this takes more intention. You know why it takes more intention? Because my arm is twisted. Okay? But guess what? If your arm is twisted, that means you're putting in effort. You have to put in effort to make it spin the other way. But guess what? If you take a metaphysical aspect, okay, to that same thing, a metaphysio animatical aspect. If you know, like, suffixes and prefixes, that kind of made sense, right? A metaphysio animatic of reality is the fact that when I spin this fast, it reaches stillness point and then starts reverting. So wait for it. Stillness point right there, and then it reverts in our animation, in our eyes, in the mind's eye. And that's like a reality guide, because the whole thing is a code. The whole thing is actually a game. This reality is actually just a game that people play. And the truth of the matter is that good and evil both spin the same way. Even if they don't spin the same way, they still do. But the main aspect of this is that the metaphysio-animatical aspects of our own being, the animation of our own being, the energy that flows instead of the energy that goes, right? Because the energy that goes is I see this spinning and there's some symbol behind it, and that's the nature of reality, is there's some symbol behind it. And then you take the nature of animatics in this reality, though, and it's different than the source programming. This energy moves around our body, and so those who move energy upward through the chakras and backward through the chakras have more manifestation power, harnessing both the power of poison and medicine, which is what Shiva taught me when I met her. Even though Shiva is a guy, I met Shiva as a goddess. So, yeah, that's what I learned. You have to be poison and medicine. Those who are just medicine are not actually helpful as medicine. Okay, so the dose makes the poison. Poison is medicine until it's poison, which is medicine. Does that make any sense? I've also noticed, okay, that now this is a realization more than a noticing, because you can notice it, but I've noticed it. And life, specifically life that we consider to be life, like a human and a dog, they vibrate in the sense that their heart beats. Okay, so we have hearts that beat, and we move around kinetic energy throughout our body and potential energy, chemical energy, all sorts of energy. And there's not even any such thing as matter. Okay, there's not even any such thing as matter. It's all just dense energy. And it's all basically one kind of energy, which is the same kind of energy that was in the singularity before the Big Bang. The energy that combines everyone as one is all together, and it's all the same thing. That's what makes everything. You're literally a dreamer, like PS4 Dreams, right? It's a video game. You're literally a dreamer in that game. You're making dreams. You're dreaming all of this up. Life is literally a dream. No matter, if you're here, if you're there, it doesn't matter. Life is a dream. This goes for every universe and everything within the multiverse. It's all dreams. This was the original realization before I was brought back to reality, which has returned in a state which is more robust, that can be where my mind is more robust. And yeah, basically. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, and share.